Well, we are fortunate to have with us today the staunchest defender of conservatism. After getting her start as a campus activist at Cornell University, Ann Coulter has since appeared on the New York Times bestseller list 7 times for her breakthrough books, Guilty, Godless, How to Talk to a Liberal If You Must, Treason, Slander, and High Crimes and Misdemeanors. Ann is a legal correspondent for Human Events, and she writes a popular syndicated column, and she is a graduate of Young America's Foundation's National Journalism Center. As a frequent speaker on college campuses through Young America's Foundation, she has introduced thousands of people to conservative ideas. And if any of you would like to bring Ann Coulter to your school, please visit yaf.org. Now, besides her campus appearances, you can normally only see Ann on television, like on Fox News. But today, you get to see her live. So please give a warm welcome to Ann Coulter.
You're very kind. I'm Ann Coulter, and if you'd like to hear my remarks in English, please press or say 1 now. So I'm thinking of writing a book on national health care. It'll be 2,000 pages long, and you'll have 2 hours to read it. So what a difference a year makes. This time last year, the Republican Party, according to the media, was finished, dead, moribund. It was the beginning of the Democrats' 1,000-year Reich. But this year, we have new governor in Virginia, new governor in New Jersey. Scott Brown has taken Teddy Kennedy's old seat. And polar bears are in Tennessee trying to mate with Al Gore. In fact, I just heard Miami was awarded the Olympics, for the Winter Olympics for 2014. The fact that a Republican is in the late Senator Kennedy's old seat must have him rolling in his grave, probably spilling his drink. Thank you. Polls show that less than 50% of Americans approve of the job President Obama is doing. The best thing most respondents could say about him was that he was one of the least dangerous people they know named Hussein. Even Obama's staunchest supporters are starting to leave him. Last week, Michelle Obama demanded to see a copy of his birth certificate. I do think history will remember President Obama as the first half-black president who tried to socialize health care, or the second if you count Bill Clinton. Clinton's attempt to socialize health care was the second most disgusting thing he did in the Oval Office. I can't remember what the first thing was. I might be in favor of national health care if it would require all Democrats to get their heads examined. Oh, I just remembered the most disgusting thing Bill Clinton did in the Oval Office. Liberal elites keep telling us that they know what's best for us, but, you know, we keep finding out that these liberal elites, the smart people, are kind of creepy. First, we had Acorn on tape counseling people on how to bring underage prostitutes from El Salvador into the country. Then we got Obama's safe school czar, Kevin Jennings, whose apparent raison d'etre is to introduce homosexuality to grade school children. Jennings' idea of a good 6th grade field trip is to take the kids to the Tony Awards. He's even written the introduction to a book titled Queering Elementary Education. Just reading the Think and Do section of the book can get you arrested in at least 11 states. And yes, as some of you may have guessed, it's a pop-up book. these days, a moderate Democrat is one who thinks that children in the public schools shouldn't be taught fisting until they're at least 12 years old. Okay, 11. But just when you've forgotten about Acorn and Jennings, Peter Orszag, David Letterman, Roman Polanski, and are starting to think most Democrats are probably normal people, who's back in the news? Yes, Bill Clinton. As you probably heard, Bill Clinton was rushed to the hospital in New York last week suffering chest pains. When the doctors asked him what his symptoms were, he said he felt like 2 interns were sitting on his chest. He's fine now. He just had to have a stent surgically inserted into his boxers once they got the interns out. While he was in the hospital, he had some minor surgery. As long as he was there, he got Sidney Blumenthal's lips surgically removed from his buttocks. Yeah, these are the people who should be running your health care. And the economy. The economy was supposed to be Obama's first priority, but it's only gotten worse since he's been in office. Last year, about 4 million Americans lost their jobs. Granted, most of them are White House czars, but that's still pretty bad. In fact, Sarah Palin has created more jobs than Obama has. She created 11 jobs fact-checking at the AP just for the Palin autobiography. And this week, by executive order, President Obama created a commission on fiscal responsibility. The commission's, I'll wait for the sobbing to die down. The commission's first recommendation, resign immediately, Mr. President. The commission's second recommendation is stop wasting all this money on commissions. I think we have a commission. It's called the United States Congress. We're paying their salaries. Were I advising the Democrats, I'd recommend that they drop the demand that all Democrats sign the contract pledging to believe in sane things. And if they could just get their base to participate a little less, not at all maybe, I think it would really help. I keep expecting the real Democrats to show up in TV studios, drag the nuts out, saying, oh, sorry, he's escaped again. Don't worry, he does this all the time. And then Joe Biden will stand up and have no pants on. Obama and Biden spent the last 7 years caterwauling about the war in Iraq. Obama says he never would have voted for it, but both of them voted against the surge. Saddam Hussein would still be in power if Obama had his way. The insurgents would be in charge if they both had their way. But last week, Vice President Biden said that he thinks Iraq is going to be one of the great achievements of the Obama administration. And this week, Biden is home watching Jeopardy with the sound off. Why couldn't Obama have picked someone respectable as his running mate? You know, like John Kerry did. I'm referring, of course, to America's baby daddy, John Edwards. Edwards is like a creepy, blow-dried evangelical who just doesn't happen to believe in God. But even Edwards has already accomplished more than Joe Biden has. John Edwards is now the only candidate for vice president on a major party ticket with his own sex tape, which, starting next week, will be available in the gift shop of the Clinton Library. Also, Edwards may go down in history as the man who got the National Enquirer its first Pulitzer Prize. Although if Edwards were president, I could get behind his program for national hair care. Millions of people cannot afford shampoo and conditioner.